I was in Marseille for a conference, 3 days, 2 nights. I didn't pick the hotel. The company did. Somewhere just outside the city center, quiet, old, kind of charming in a faded postcard way. The cab pulled up late, almost midnight. The street was narrow, the buildings stacked tight. The hotel stood in the middle, 4 stories high, with vines crawling up the front like veins. Inside it smelled like lemon and wood polish, like someone really wanted to hide something older. At the desk, a man handed me a real metal key, not a card, a key, attached to a brass weight the size of my fist, room 304. He didn't ask for my passport, didn't smile, just pointed at the stairs, no elevator. I was too tired to complain or care. Room 304 was at the end of a narrow hallway, carpeted in something that felt like wet velvet. The room was fine. Not modern, not falling apart, just stuck, like nothing had changed since the 80s. Big bed, desk, window facing another wall, and one of those tall, narrow mirrors near the door. Frame carved like ivy, the kind of thing you barely notice. I threw my bag on the chair and kicked off my shoes. Tried the lamp. It flickered once, then stayed on. Diamond Soys, yellow, dusty light. The mirror. I passed it on the way to the bathroom. Didn't look at it. Didn't think to. I brushed my teeth, washed my face, left the bathroom, and froze. I was standing in front of the mirror. But there was nothing there. No reflection. Just the room behind me, the hallway, the closed door, but not me. I blinked, laughed to myself, wiped the glass. Still, nothing. I waved my hand. Nothing. I stepped back, then closer, pressed my hand to the surface. It was glass, cold, real. I looked to the side, caught my reflection in the TV screen, warped but there, then turned back to the mirror. Still nothing. That's when I noticed something else. The hallway behind me. In the mirror. The lights were off. Pitch black. But when I turned around, the hallway outside my door was still glowing yellow. I looked again. Light outside, darkness in the mirror, and no me. I didn't sleep well. Every time I turned, I imagined the mirror. Not just blank, but watching. Next morning, I checked it again. Same thing. No reflection, just that hallway. Dark. I held up my phone to take a photo. Thought maybe it was a trick of the glass. But the photo came out strange. The mirror wasn't blank. It showed me. But my face was wrong. Pale. Eyes shut. Mouth open. Like I was screaming. I deleted it. Fast. Then tried again. This time the screen went black. My camera froze. When it came back and it showed my room, but something was off. In the corner, just behind me, there was someone sitting on the bed. Small. Still. Like a child. But when I turned around, there was no one. I skipped the conference that day. Told myself I was tired. Jet lag. Old building. Bad lighting. But I stayed in the room, staring at the mirror, at that empty frame, and the dark hallway inside it. That night, I left the light on. Every light. TV, too. I pulled a chair in front of the mirror, just in case. I didn't want to look at it, but I wanted to know if it changed. Midnight came. Then 1 a.m., then 2, and then I heard something. Tap, tap, tap. From the mirror. Not the wall, not the door, the glass. My throat tightened. I stepped closer. The hallway in the mirror was still dark, but now there was movement. Something crawling along the floor, slow, pale, like fingers, dragging a body. I couldn't breathe. I backed away, but I couldn't look away. Whatever it was getting closer. And then it stopped, right in front of the glass. It looked up. No face, just skin. Tight, stretched skin over a skull, no mouth, no nose, just eyes, wide, milky white. And even though it didn't have lips, I swear, it smiled. I ran, grabbed my bag, left everything else, barreled down the stairs, out the door, onto the street. I didn't stop until I hit the main road. Didn't look back. I never went back for my things. Didn't report it, didn't post a review. What would I even say? Mirror showed a hallway to hell, also no Wi-Fi. But sometimes, late at night, I swear I see it again. Not in that mirror, but in others. Bathroom, elevator, hotel lobbies, a flicker, a hallway that isn't mine. No reflection, just a shape. I didn't go home. I couldn't. Instead, I checked into a different hotel across town, modern, bright, with no antique mirrors. But sleep eluded me. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that faceless figure. I tried to convince myself it was a hallucination, a trick of the light, anything but real. But the fear lingered. The next morning, I returned to the original hotel. I needed answers. The receptionist from the night before was gone, replaced by a woman with a warm smile. I hesitated, then asked, "Has anyone ever reported strange occurrences in room 304? Her smile faltered. "You're not the first to ask," she admitted. "But management doesn't like us discussing such things." I pressed further, but she shook her head. "I'm sorry. I can't say more." Determined, I sought out local archives, hoping to uncover the hotel's history. After hours of searching, I found an old newspaper article. In 1972, a guest named Daniel Whitmore vanished from room 304. His belongings remained, but he was never found. The only clue was a message scrawled on the mirror. "It sees me." I returned to the hotel once more, this time with a plan. I brought a hammer and a chisel, intending to remove the mirror. Back in room 304, the mirror awaited, as ominous as ever. I approached cautiously, tools in hand. As I raised the hammer, the mirror's surface rippled. A cold wind enveloped me, and whispers filled the room. "Join us," they beckoned. I hesitated, heart pounding. Then, summoning all my courage, I struck the mirror. It shattered, shards flying. The whispers ceased. The room fell silent.